Today on CCX News, improving the water quality of area lakes and streams, how you can step up to help. Minnesota has more than 12,000 lakes and 92,000 miles of streams, but the state could use some help monitoring the water quality. For more than 50 years, volunteers have gathered data for the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. Delane Cleveland met up with a local volunteer to see how it works.
It's an extension of my backyard, basically.
On a nice spring day,
There's a ton of trails, there's wildlife, it's peaceful.
it doesn't take much to get Tammy England out to Elm Creek Park.
It's 10 minutes from my house, so it's nice to have a place like this so close to come and, be with nature, enjoy nature.
But for the last 2 years, her nature walks have required her to carry around a little more equipment than usual. Tammy is one of 1,200 people who have signed up to be a volunteer water monitor for the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency.
It's something small and easy that I can do that brings meaningful data to the MPCA, to inform them of water quality trends.
The program requires people to collect data that helps the MPCA determine the overall health of a lake or stream.
Our staff only monitor in a watershed every 10 years. And so our volunteers prevent the data gaps in between those 10 years.
The body of water that Tammy has to monitor is Elm Creek.
Okay.
To collect the data she needs, she tosses a bucket into the creek, fills it with water, and then she pours that water into a long tube. Next, she drops a small disc into the tube.
And we drop it further and further down into the tube to see if it comes to a point where it disappears and we can't see it anymore.
This test shows 100% clarity. She then jots down a few notes to send back to the MPCA, and then she's done.
That's it. It's as simple as that.
The entire process only takes about 5 minutes. But the data she collects has a lasting impact on the environment.
We wouldn't be able to run the water clarity trends or do the assessments that we need to without our volunteers.
In Maple Grove, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
The MPCA needs volunteers to measure water clarity twice a month during the summer. To sign up, we have a link on our website at ccxmedia.org. Meanwhile, 2 Plymouth lakes were removed from the state's impaired waters list. Bass Lake and Pomerleau Lake were previously impaired because of pollutants like phosphorus that entered the lakes from stormwater runoff. Both lakes had harmful algae blooms that not only can limit water recreation, but also damage the lake's ecosystem. Plymouth officials credit 2 decades of work by lakeshore property owners, the Shingle Creek Watershed Management Commission, and the city for both lakes' removal from the list. It's not something you see every day, a bear family in a Maple Grove neighborhood. Bailey Jacobson says she was going about her day when she noticed her trash cans moving. Shortly after, she saw 3 bears there. As you see on this video captured from her security camera, her dog Zeus ran right up to them. She screamed and chased after them.
Looking at the situation now, I'm glad that he didn't listen to me, and then he actually went off to the end of our driveway, which was such a good decision. So looking at it now, I was just like, wow, it was a lot to process in the moment, but for me, it was really an intuition of I didn't have a second thought of whether or not I was going to chase my dog.
The bears ran off, and both Bailey and Zeus are okay. This isn't common, but the Minnesota DNR says if you see a black bear in your yard, they recommend you stay back and wait until it leaves. After years of work, 18 new pickleball courts are ready for play in Maple Grove. I stepped onto the new courts to see how pickleballers are celebrating.
5-4-1.
These days, pickleball is a sport for the ages. And all ages.
Right away at 6 o'clock this morning, there were, 25, 30 people out here playing, so that was cool to see.
It's been non-stop rallies at Lakeview Knolls in Maple Grove. These games were a long time coming.
There's been a movement and obviously some trends in pickleball where they've had 50% increases in participation year after year.
Ben Yashesky and the Parks Department say work on the courts started in 2021. 3 years later, the work is complete. Well, almost.
We're thankful our contractors were willing to allow the courts to open while they continue to work on the restroom facility and the remaining of the site construction.
But even with men at work on the side, the space was good enough for these players, who filled it Tuesday morning on opening day.
Bit windy.
Meeting up with friends, both old and new.
we ended up just coming here and I was like, hey, I know you.
At 18 courts, it's the biggest pickleball park in Minnesota.
Coming.
Michelle Karstensen is grateful for the space.
Most courts we go to, we gotta wait like 20 minutes to play, and here there's open courts, so I'll never have to sit and just wait and get sore, and we just play and find new people as well.
More courts means more players at every level. And across the court, Rick Ernst is putting in the hours.
It's a great way to meet people and be social, and also it's good for your mind, your reflexes. It's just all around good recreational sport for everybody, all ages.
He and the other pickleballers say the carefully constructed court is a victory.
I want to give them a hats off to all their help and how they make this really happen. They really support us a lot.
Anyone can come by and play on the courts at Lakeview Knolls. There's a tournament coming up in July. Construction on the shelter and shade spots should finish up this month.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. The Maple Grove girls golf team will shoot for a second straight state title in the week ahead. Their top golfer is wrapping up a strong high school career. Jay Wilcox profiles Amelia Morton in this week's CCX Sports Spotlight.
Golf is a lot of fun, but it can be frustrating too. Maple Grove senior Amelia Morton has plenty of talent, but also a good temperament for the game.
Yeah, I do try to stay pretty even. Don't try to get super high or super low in my emotions, just because I know it can sometimes affect me and come back and maybe bite me in the butt. But yeah, I just try to stay super chill and try not to have little things get to me, like the weather or just anything.
Now wrapping up her 6th varsity season, Morton's gone from young up-and-comer to veteran presence on a talented Crimson team with a lot of outstanding young players.
No, yeah, it's super fun because they're so good, so it's good competition for me, and I just, it makes me happy because I can know that the program will be in good hands after I leave, and they'll do so many amazing things with their golf career and outside their golf career, so it's so fun to see them grow and continue to grow in their games.
I think it's just very inspiring that she followed her dreams, and I just really want to be like her, and it's a good role model to have. She definitely has a structure about her and definitely a way of doing things, but I think we really just feed off of her energy and off of how good she does.
She's delightful. She works so hard, and she seems to enjoy the game a lot, and has been showing some good leadership skills with the team, and this is her 6th season with me. And I just can't say enough good things about her.
Morton's ranked 2nd in the state and won the Section 5 3A individual title. Length off the tee is definitely a strength.
I definitely can hit the ball pretty far. That's pretty big strength, and with that comes I have to be kind of good at working on my wedges and getting my wedges dialed in, because I'm able to hit it so far that I kind of have shorter distances in, which I normally not am super used to. So something I've been working on is dialing in on my wedges.
To say that Maple Grove dominated the Section 5 3A tournament is an understatement. Not only did they win the team title by 93 shots, they took the top 3 individual places and had 2 more players as part of a tie for 5th.
Seeing the picture of all the individuals, Crimson, and then a couple more, they're in there. So I think that's super cool, and it just really does speak for the up-and-coming program and see how we'll do even after this year and the next years, and I feel like it'll be a good part for Maple Grove Girls Golf.
Amelia's accepted a scholarship to play golf and study business at the University of St. Thomas, where former Blaine standout Catherine Van Aragon will be her teammate instead of rival.
St. Thomas, I'm really excited. So of course Catherine will be there, and there's a couple other girls on the team that I'm excited to play with, as I've played with them throughout my junior golf career. Also, Coach Katie Hahnemann had a great vision for the team that I'm really excited, and I knew I really wanted to be a part of. So I'm excited to be a Tommy in the fall and see how we do, and as well as in the spring will be awesome.
Maple Grove broke through to win the state Class 3A team title last season, and Amelia placed third individually. At this coming week's state tournament, she'll be aiming for a double.
Yeah, I really do hope to win both. That's a really big goal for me. I'm not going to be focusing too much on the outcome, but more enjoying the process of each individual shot, and just enjoy being out there with my team one last time.
For the CCX Sports Spotlight, I'm Jay Wilcox.
Both the Maple Grove girls and boys will start play in the state Class 3A tournament Tuesday at Bunker Hills Golf Club in Coon Rapids. For the CCX Sports Spotlight, I'm John Jacobson. Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.